So this is the maiden voyage of Buckeye Biz Buzz. I am your host, Tedy Burton, here at the Buckeye Valley Chamber of Commerce. I am your friend raiser. We are doing this in lieu of our member of the week. We have changed the format. We're going to do an interview type session. And today I have Daniel from Whispering Dragon. And thank you, Daniel, for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's just jump right into it.
Sure.
All right. What brought you to Buckeye, Daniel?
A house, truthfully. But really, it was just having something a little different, looking for something. Wasn't quite sure what, but I'm here, and I guess I found a lot.
Well, cool. I think that's probably most of our members, me included. Affordability. Buckeye is very affordable. So what's your business name?
Whispering Dragons.
Okay. Give us a brief description of what Whispering Dragons is, what you do.
We are an IT consulting and services, and that just comes down to is that we consult with you first before we get the services that you need within your business.
Okay. Okay. So how long have you been in business, Daniel?
10 years, 3 years as owner.
Okay. And let's speak to the ownership part of it, because you had a partner, not to bring up sad memories or anything, but let's talk about that. Starting your business, you and Jake together?
Yeah, Jake and I, we just were questioning whether or not there was still an actual business for IT. And we just decided to give it one more week as just a random shot, just asking around or for people that needed help, and suddenly everything just flowed right in. So that's when we said, okay, I guess there is a calling for it, so let's do it. And just went from there, rebranding our business and focusing on being more of the friendly IT people.
Gotcha. So let's talk about your branding, Daniel. Let's talk about your little companion on your shoulder.
Well, today is Electra.
Uh-huh.
But that kind of became an added trick to the company name a little later on, because one of the core values we wanted was entertainment. And there was a little bit of a stigma. I'm not sure if you've noticed it.
Nah.
But IT people are... I could understand when we have our arrogance go a little high, and most people don't want to talk to nerds. So we just decided we needed a friendlier approach and make people not really scared of us.
Well, I can remember when I first met you some years ago at the Renaissance in Glendale. And you were walking around, you and Jake were walking around with those things on your shoulder. And I got to be honest with you, man, I was scared of you. You frightened me, Daniel.
I think that was also with the actual dragon costumes back then, too.
It was.
I still have it.
It was.
Yeah.
And-
They're very hot.
But after getting to know you, you're just another nerd.
Yes.
Just another nerd. But I love you, though, Dan.
Thank you, Teddy.
You're welcome. So, in Whispering Dragons, how many employees do you have?
It is currently just myself. I am looking at ways to expand, but probably for now, not necessarily in the having actual employees, more so than probably guiding newer people that wanting to come into the IT space.
Okay.
So I might be looking at possibly working with certain places, much like Westmec as an example, to see if I can at least help get them a little bit of experience outside of what they already get there.
Okay. So becoming more of a mentor. Okay. Okay. Well, let's talk about your relationship with between Whispering Dragons and the Chamber. What's your favorite part of membership here at the Buckeye Valley Chamber?
Well, I get to hang out with you all, but no, it's really the fact that I can literally call you guys for any kind of questions that I might have. Say maybe I have an idea for something I want to promote. How could I go about getting it out there? Or if I'm just like, hey, do you know of a business that does X? And it's just very open. I'm not relying on just going to a website and look it up myself.
That's good to know, Daniel. Thank you. We pride ourselves on that. We try to be all things to all people, if that makes sense. And also, we appreciate your membership. That's number one. My next question, Daniel, is what is one thing that would help you take you to the next level?
Honestly, I'm still working on that myself. It's not that simple, especially when you're wearing all the hats in the business. But anybody could say, "Oh, just more business." Well, yes, but expand upon that. How do you
Right.
want to try to get there? Realistically, in our IT space, every IT company is going to function different. So not everybody is going to work well with one IT company versus the other. So for me, it's just really trying to go after more of the startups and working with them. Now, if they want to grow to the point of having like multiple locations in Arizona or beyond, they'll then work together towards that point. And then there will eventually be a handoff, but you got to start somewhere.
Right.
So those would be the ones I would want to really help for growing myself and being more of like kind of like the chamber, of being that one person that actually has that knowledge. Like, if not me, then who else?
Gotcha. So let's talk about customer service, because the chamber being one of your businesses that you take care of, I know that customer service is important to us, and the customer service that you provide is second to none. I have to agree with myself, if nobody else. But that you provide such great customer service. You hold the hands of those that are in my office, probably on a daily basis. Mine, you never hold mine, but that's okay. So just tell us about how important customer service is, Dan.
In the IT industry, it's very important. Normally within the IT business, there's going to be sections that like someone's going to handle the customer service element, but may not actually have the knowledge to handle their services. And then there's going to be ones that are really good at their job, but have poor customer service experience and relations. And it's nothing very wrong per se, more as it's about educating in general for the average person. I'm not trying to say it as like, you know, rather intelligence issue, but the one thing that isn't generally taught is just trying to relate to something that makes sense. And that's the core idea of customer service that should be instilled in a lot of businesses, not just in IT.
Okay. Well, Daniel, I want to thank you for this interview. But right now, we're going to get to the fun part.
Okay.
We're gonna do what's called the lightning round, which is I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and I just want you to give me your snap answer.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Are you ready?
All right. All right.
All right, here we go. First question: what was your first job?
Inventory job with an independent service.
Okay. What's your favorite sports team in Arizona?
That's an actual question.
It's an actual question.
Oh no, I'm put on the spot. Rattlers.
Okay. Tacos or burgers?
Yes.
McDonald's or Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
Okay. Beer or wine?
Wine.
Football or baseball?
Are we talking American football?
It could be whatever football you want it to be.
Football.
Which kind? Oh, gotcha. All right. And the last and final question, ASU or U of A?
That's insulting to my school. ASU. ASU.
Well, Daniel, thank you very much for participating, and just understand and realize that you've been buzzed. Thank you.
Thank you.